Schoology Conferences is the tool that you're going to want to use if you want to do a live video conference with your students, and it's built into your Schoology course.
In part one of this two-part video series here, you'll learn how to use Schoology Conferences and view both the teacher and student side. Then we do have a part two of this video you want to check out. You'll learn how to record your Schoology Conference sessions with screencasting applications and upload the video to your Schoology course. Also, to share with you in our district YouTube channel, we have a student video how students learn how to use Schoology Conferences in their Schoology courses.
Schoology Conferences has these amazing features. You can record a session, you can chat with your students, you have collaborative notes that are built into it. There's annotation tools, including typing and text, drawing, annotating, shapes that you'll have within it. You'll also have a collaborative whiteboard with your students who are participating. You as a teacher have control to mute all the participants and choose when you want to allow a student to speak. Only you as a teacher will be able to see the students. Students can't see each other within this conferencing tool. As a teacher, you can share a PowerPoint, a document, or PDF to look at it with the students live within the conferencing tool. Also allows you to share your screen. You can even share a YouTube video in real time. You as a teacher control it for play and pause, and the students, it will play automatically on their side. It also has accessibility options built in, including closed captioning. So this is where Conferences is. We don't use it a lot. We're more in the classroom with the students, but it's a fantastic tool for distance learning. So it's there in each of your Schoology courses on the left-hand side. Students have it there, teachers have it there in their Schoology courses. You just click Conferences. A couple things to be mindful of. It's important to talk about this. Be aware of the dangers of video chatting with minors while in their homes. Often unsupervised could open the teacher to a liability. Who knows what might be shown on a screen that another kid sees, or meeting one-on-one in a video chat and one is accused of inappropriate behavior. So this Schoology Conferences tool is going to be a safe place for you and your students to use for live conferencing. So you want to avoid different video conference tools, including Zoom, the Google Meets, FaceTimes, or even Microsoft Teams. So Microsoft Teams is built more for us as staff, for teachers work with other teachers, for staff to communicate in distance learning, for teachers to communicate with administration, and for our PD webinars with staff. But Teams is not going to be used as a teacher-student tool. But we will be using Schoology Conferences for that reason. So again, Schoology Conferences is your go-to tool for any video conferencing with your students. A couple of frequently asked questions as we get started. You can have 100 students or less is recommended in any conference session. You can have more than that, but it's recommended about 100 for the stability and for it to work really well for everyone. Teachers will see all the students' webcams, but students cannot see each other's. Students can choose to share their webcam or not share their webcam.
Recordings of completed conferences remain available for 7 days in your Schoology course under Schoology Conferences if you use the recording feature built into Schoology Conferences. But you may use a screencasting application to record your whole session, and you'll be able to add it back into your Schoology course. We'll show you how in part 2 of this video series.
Conferences supports the linked sections in Schoology. So some teachers have linked their sections, and this conference tool will support that. So course members in a linked section can join the same conference when accessing conferences in Schoology in their course.
Before you start linking your section in Schoology, visit this website right here, and it will have some really important information that you're going to want to be sure that you understand how linked sections work and when in the grading reporting term that is okay to link those sections.
All right, so let's get started with part 1 of this video series, learn how to use the Schoology Conferences, this live video conference with your students built into your Schoology course. In Schoology, in your course, you can get to conferences here on the left-hand side. So you just go ahead and click on Conferences, and then you'll be able to create them. You might get this button right here, just your first time to allow it. And then once you allow it, you'll see this screen. And you got two main places. One is the active area to create new conferences. The other is a completed area of conferences that you've already conducted. The ones you conducted, you'll have those available for 7 days where the video can be played. You can have a choice to record those conferences that you do in Schoology. I'll show you towards the end of this tutorial video how you can download these videos and you can upload them back to Schoology so you can keep them longer than the 7 days. But let's schedule a conference out. All you have to do is click Create a New Conference. We'll give it a title, give it a start time, and you could give it an end time as well. Then click Create. The start time and end time is just for the student to see in Schoology when it will start, when it will end. It doesn't actually begin or end at those times. You as the teacher will use this button to actually start it, and you're the one who actually ends it. The other thing is you have a gear here if you wanted to edit any of those details or if you want to delete it and create a different conference. But you can create as many conferences as you want, schedule them all out for the whole week, and then on that day and time, just come back to your Schoology course, click Conferences, and click Start Conference. Let me show you what it looks like on the student side.
As a student, when I'm in the course, I'll click on Conferences here on the left side, and then I'll be able to see what conferences are being scheduled, what time. They won't show up for me to actually click on or participate until the teacher starts them. I can also see completed ones as a student, and I can play those videos as well. That is in the conference app.
Now, as a teacher, when you click Start Conferences, this is the screen that you're going to be getting. You'll be asked to join with a microphone or listen only. So it's going to be a really good idea for the teacher. You're going to be talking, so you're going to want to click microphone. You have a little bit of an allow button up here to allow the microphone. You'll get this each time you use conferences. So it's going to test your audio. So I can hear myself, so I click yes. So it said I have joined the conference and I'm the only person in it right now, which is correct. So here I'll go on the student side and show what it looks like when the student joins.
When the student comes to conferences and it's in session that the teacher has started it, this is what the student will see. And they can see that it's in progress, and they can click this link right here and they'll be able to join it. The student is also going to get the test to use their microphone or listen, and those could be, the student can click the microphone or just listen only. But let's say they're going to participate, they can click the microphone. They're going to get the allow each time they use conferences. They'll click allow, and they're going to get a test as well. So then they'll do the test, and if they can hear themselves, they'll say yes, and then they're in it.
So as a teacher, you can mute a student. You can also mute all users except yourself. So I'll click that. So then you can see all students are muted. You can also click on a student and you can do a private chat with them. You can make them present and show, and you could remove them from the class. A couple other things that you can do is you can click on shared notes right here. Shared notes is a great way that you can type notes to your class. But the student, let's see on the student side,
Students click shared notes, and they'll see those same notes there, and then they can also collaborate as well.
so it doesn't tell you who did what, but you all can be in a shared notes area. You can also open up as a teacher this public chat. When you do the public chat, then you can ask students questions. Then students, they can click on the public chat and they can also type. Then students, they can click on the public chat and they can also type. Now, a teacher can see what they have done, and it is recorded in here. You cannot moderate, so as a teacher, you couldn't take a comment out. So students are wanting to be careful of what they're sharing in this because it is one recorded and it's documented. So they'll still follow the school handbook rules for how they collaborate and work with each other and follow the classroom rules for language. And you will have in the top of the chat the three dots that you can click on for the menu, and you can choose to save a copy of the chat. A couple other areas for the teacher. You have a record button right up here to start your recording, and you click yes. You don't have to record one of these conferences, but you may.
Built-in record button in Schoology Conferences will give you an opportunity to have a video that students can play within 7 days of the conference. But in part 2, we'll show you how you can use screencasting applications to record the whole session and put that in Schoology.
A couple other tools is you have a slide deck that's automatically loaded up for you. And there it's like a whiteboard, a virtual whiteboard. So you'll have these tools right here. You click on the text tool. The students will see this live. This is live typing. So they'll see it in right when you do it, anywhere that you type at. You have a couple other tools. You can draw a line, circle, different shapes. You do have an annotation tool that you can use to draw. Students will see it. You can change the color with any of the colors here. You can also change the thickness of what it is. You may do undo. And again, all these are live with them. You could delete to wipe out the whole slide or go to a new slide down here for another whiteboard. You may give students a chance to collaborate with you on the whiteboard. So once you click this button, then students will have a chance to collaborate. So they'll be able to pick those same tools. And then you just click this as a teacher to turn that off. You'll see who is typing at that moment. The other thing is you can upload your own PowerPoints or PDFs or documents into here. So you just click this plus sign in the bottom left and you click upload a presentation. And then when you do that, you just click browse for files. It's really good if you have it as a PDF first. So I believe I have a PDF of my PowerPoint that I saved. So in PowerPoint, just do File, Save As, and save it as a PDF file. It seems to work best in this tool. To save as a PDF, you can go File, and you can choose Save as PDF or Save a Copy. When you do that, pick your location that you're going to save it to. And then all you have to do is make sure that this Save as type is set to PDF. Just make sure that's set to there and click Save. You also can give it an option here that the students can download it. So you just click this little icon right here. It allows the students to download that presentation or that document, and you click Upload, and then it's going to be part of your presentation. And it goes live when it uploads. So here we are. You will have a zoom button here, so kind of be mindful of that. So you can zoom in and out. You will have your annotation tools that you have. So you can, circle things. You can give it back to the students. Students can then, you can ask them questions, and they can also annotate on that slide. And then you'll have your slide selectors to go to next slides here. A couple other things that you can do within conferences is that plus button. You can start a poll. So you can see that you can do like a yes, a certain choice, A, B, or C, D, a true, false, or you can create your own custom poll. So let's see, true or false, I'll send that out. Respond, and you get a real-time check for understanding within here, which is pretty neat. The other cool thing is where you can share external video. So you can paste in a YouTube video share code. And let me show you what that looks like. So let's say I have this video that I want to show the students. In YouTube, you just click the share button, click copy, and then in the conference tool, you can paste that web link and click share video. When you share it, you as a presenter control it. So you can pause it. It pauses it on the student side. When you press play, it's playing on the student side. Students do not have an opportunity to control the video. You, as a presenter, can click the plus button and stop the video when you're done showing it. So you can share out videos with this tool, which is pretty cool. A couple other things is you can show your web camera. So if you click that on, you just allow it as a teacher, and you can click start sharing. So then your web camera will show up right here. Hello, everybody. And then if you didn't want to show it, you don't have to. Students can also share their web camera, but only you as the teacher can see them. The other students cannot. So it keeps it private, that viewing. So if you don't want to show your web camera, you don't have to. You just click that button and you are not showing your camera. The other things that you have is you can share your screen. So if you clicked on that, that's where you can click on your screen. You can show something that's live on your actual computer screen. Maybe it's something in a Schoology course or another document or artifact that you want to show, you can. And then you just click that same button here to stop sharing your screen. Another feature that you do have within Schoology Conferences is closed captioning. So the teacher would click the gear right here, click on write closed captions, and then you would choose the language and click start. And then you would type those closed captions here. So the student on their side would see this button and they'd be able to click the CC, select their language, how it looks, the size, and they'll click start. And then whenever the teacher types closed captions or types a text there, that's what the student will see on their side. A couple other things you can do. You can pause your video if you wanted to, and then you can record at a certain moment. Also in the top right hand corner, if you click that, you'll have some settings that you can set for the application and data savings on the video bandwidth. In the top right hand corner, this is also how you'll end the meeting when it's all done. So then you click end meeting, say yes, and you get a little feedback. Students will also get that as well to do their feedback.
I wanted to share with you a couple more tips and tricks with using Schoology Conferences. So one area that comes up is you learn how to use that plus button down here in the bottom left as a presenter, where you can upload your presentations or PDFs, and then they show right up here. And you're going through it, which is perfectly fine, but then you want that virtual whiteboard back. So how do you get that back? Well, all you have to do is click on that same plus button, go back to upload a presentation, and from here, all you have to do is where it says default, click on the little circle right there and click confirm, and it's going to load back that original slide deck, and click the next slide. There's your virtual whiteboard that's back. Just to share with you, there's going to be an update soon, and you'll be able to see when you click the plus sign all of the documents here on this menu to quickly flip to them, so you don't have to keep clicking to upload a presentation to switch them out. Another area that you might want to be aware of is students. They can set their status. So let me show you. Here's a student screen. A student can click on themselves and they can click set status, and they can choose to raise their hand or give you some feedback with these icons. You might want to start to show the students that they can do that, how they can interact with you, especially if their mics aren't on. This is a really great way for them to share their feedback to you. So let's say the student raises their hand. What it looks like for the teacher is you're going to see the icon, and it's going to actually list the student higher up on this list on the left-hand side, so you can see what students have raised their hands. You may click on that student, and you can clear their status when you've done that. Another area that you might want to be aware of is this setting gear. You learn that you can click mute all users except presenter.
You are now muted.
But students have the opportunity at any moment, here I'll show you, they can click on themselves and they can unmute themselves. So they can start talking. Students can also use this microphone down here, especially if you have them muted, they can also click to unmute their microphone right here. Well, you might want to control this a little bit more. So what you can do is you can click the gear, then go to lock viewers. From here, you got a couple different options what you can lock. You can even lock so no students can share their webcam. You can lock where they cannot share their microphone. You can also lock it down where they can't type in that public chat. They can see what you post, but they can't post in there. And you want to make sure private chat is locked down as well. So let's say I lock down the web cameras and I lock down the microphone. I click apply.
You are now muted.
So students can't be able to do those. Well, let's say you do want to interact with the student. Then at that moment, you can click on the student and you may click unlock that student. At that moment, that student does have the opportunity. They can click their unmute microphone. They'll have to do that though. They'll have to, on their side, click the unmute and then they can talk. You as a teacher can click on them and you can lock them back up. So you can individually unlock students at that point to have them speak when you call on them. So that's a great feature. One thing, if you're having a lot of troubles with maybe the video or audio quality, you can go up to the top right hand corner, and you just saw this, but I'll just cover it a little bit more. If you go to settings, you do have data savings, and if you turn these off, you'll get a better bandwidth streaming of the data for the live conference, but it's going to turn off everyone, including yourself. You can't share your screen or the web camera. So just be mindful of those settings. One other area is making sure that when you end the meeting in the top right, make sure you click end meeting, not log out. Log out will keep the students there, but you do want to end the meeting when it's all done. That will close it for good. A couple other areas, as you can see here in the public chat, you'll get a phone number and a PIN code. And this is another way for a student to participate in the conference if maybe their audio microphone's not working. So they'll be able to hear, they'll be able to talk through a phone into the conference. So that's another option that's available. You would have to share out the phone number and PIN. Students can't see these grayed out screens right here. One other area I wanted to show you is this feature called breakout rooms. So if you click the gear right here, you have this option to create breakout rooms. So breakout rooms, you can have up to 8, but you have to have at least 2 of them. You may set a time limit for them, how long they can be in the breakout room. You can randomly assign students, or you can just drag their names to different breakout rooms that you have set. You may allow the students to choose for themselves what breakout room. Maybe it's a certain topic in certain rooms that you're going to designate. But the best idea is either you move them or randomly assign them. And then you can click create. Then the student side, this is what will happen. They'll be asked to join that breakout room. They'll get a button to do that.
You are currently the only person in this conference.
Now just be aware when students are in the breakout room, they have full presentation rights. That means they can see each other's webcams. They can have full sharing the screen on the whiteboard, public chat. So they have all those same rights when they're in the breakout room. So just be mindful of that as teachers, really setting those guidelines, what's appropriate, checking in with them. Breakout rooms can be a place that they can collab and work together, talk together, see each other. But you just want to make sure you set those guidelines of what your expectations are and keep them on task. So you as a teacher, you can actually visit the breakout rooms. So on the left-hand side, you click breakout rooms. You'll get a choice to visit the breakout rooms. You can join just the audio to hear in, or you can join the room itself to see what's going on. You can only be in one of these rooms at one time as a teacher. So you might come back here, go to the second room, make your rounds. Now you may end the breakout rooms. There'll be a timer if you have it set, and the student's going to be able to see that timer at the top here. You as a teacher may end those breakout rooms at any moment. Just click end breakout rooms, and everyone will jump back to the main room at that moment. If you like to play around with a Schoology conference, then you can go to this website, test.bigbluebutton.org. And once you're here, just put in your name, click join, and you're going to be in a virtual environment that's simulating the actual Schoology conference that's created by Big Blue Button. So you'll be able to come in here, play with all the settings, and it won't interfere with your Schoology course. So this is a great practice place to simulate. Again, that's test.bigbluebutton.org.